Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic in chess study, that is selfmate. So selfmate is a kind of a composition in chess that is um, where one side is basically trying to force the other side into checkmating himself or herself. Yeah. So yeah, it might sound weird, but yeah, that is what it is. It's against the rules of chess, but basically it's uh, it's a theme which is quite common in nowadays, and it's basically made to make the ever growing engine based game more interesting and beautiful to the audience. And this is kind of a position that the engine nowadays at least are not going to be able to solve, right? So in this position, white is trying to force black into checkmating white, and you have to do it in 3 moves. So I challenge you into uh, finding the right sequence of moves. I must say that there is only one sequence of moves in which white can do so. So some of you must be suggesting something like g into h8 queen, and I would say thank you very much. Now black has a lot of moves. You could say something like black can play a5, ab4, b3, b2 mate, and but it's going to take 5-6 more moves, and that's not um, mating white within 3 moves as the question has suggested initially. And if you play something like b8 queen, you know, black is going to play just b takes a4 and then escape with his king, and it uh, opens new ways for black to not play bishop into g7. So basically in this position as white, what you must target into doing is force black into playing bishop into g7 with a checkmate. Okay, the white king is basically trapped in here with the bishop on b1 and pawn on a2. But black, on the other hand, will say that no, I don't want to play bishop into g7 mate. I don't want to win the game. All right. So this is a very interesting study which was sent me to me by one of my very close friends, and I found it very beautiful. I took around 3 minutes to solve it, and I challenge you to solve it in. It take as much time as you want. It doesn't really matter. Um, some people can even solve it in 1 or 1.5 minutes, regardless of their chess strength. To be honest, you must know the rules of the games basically, and that's what matters. To be honest, sure. So what? How can you approach this position actually? So basically, as white, you need to stalemate black's king so that it doesn't have any squares, and also stalemate black's pawns here. All right, the a3 pawn and e4 pawn can't move, and you have to play such a move, such sequence of moves that after 2 moves, um, black basically doesn't have anything other than taking on g7. So how can we achieve this actually? Again, I invite you to pause the video and think about it. Selfmate in 3. So the great move is d8, promoting, under promoting to a knight. All right. So again, as I told, bishop g7 is a checkmate, so black is never going to play bishop into g7. And what this under promotion does is controlling the b7 square, right? So the black king cannot escape. And after so basically black has only one move left, that is b takes a4. And here we see that black can play king b5, right? So here we under promote into a bishop. Okay, and the point is now black's king can't move, and if bishop takes g7, it's a checkmate again. And the only move black has in this position, funnily enough, is b7 pawn, is b5, pushing the pawn to b5, right? And here you have to under promote to a rook, and now funnily enough black has nothing other than bishop takes g7. You might be asking me, why not b8 queen? It does the same thing. It prevents black from going king b6. Sure, but what about bishop g7? Is it a mate yet? No, there is queen e5, right? And you could say that this is a mate as well, but it's already taking 4 moves, so that's why we under promoted to a rook. And also here, let's say you under promote to a rook or a queen, let's say. Then after b5 you under promote to a rook here. This you have queen e5 here again, and bishop into e5, and this is also again 4 moves. So the great sequence is as I showed: d8 knight for controlling the b7 square for the from the black king, and then after b takes a4 you play e8 bishop, and after b5 you play b8 rook, and now black has nothing other than bishop into g7, which is a checkmate. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned a very interesting theme about chess studies, that is Selfmate, and I hope you found the video very interesting. Don't forget to press on the subscribe button, and you can leave me some suggestions in the comment section below about how I can improve my video recording, or what I can show you, share with you in chess in general. And yeah, so see you tomorrow, where I'll be recapping the video on the 7th round of the World Championship match between Ding and Gukesh. And yeah, see you there. Have a nice day, night, evening. Hare Krishna.